إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد, brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to this another of our sittings. We are about to speak on the topic tainted love, and the word tainted means something which is not pure, it is impure. We covered the topic in this room, and I gave you the 5 types of love, which is emotional love, spiritual love, physical love, unconditional love, and divine love. But we didn't include tainted love in that topic because this topic is so huge, it has to be by itself. You can't include in another topic. Physical, divine love. AT10 has a lot of connection issues because she's in a third world country. So we cannot use her to take the notes. Could you please, these are the 5 types of love. Tainted love is such a huge topic, we can't include it in this topic. It has to be tackled on its own. Tainted means something which is not pure. Tainted is something which is mixed with something else. Therefore, you do not get the result that you are searching for. There are a lot of people in the world today who are liars and hypocrites who claim that they love a particular person. If you are living with a person and their love is fake, you will find out tonight. Because I'm here to expose those people who are hypocrites, whose love is fake and whose love is tainted. I'm going to give you all the signs of the true love and the fake love, and I have in front of me over 20 signs of true love. So after tonight, everybody will know what love is. After tonight's topic, everybody will know what is love. You don't have to ask a person anymore, do you love me? After I finish explaining tainted love for you tonight, you don't have to ask a person anymore, do you love me? I have in front of me over 20 signs to tell you what is real love, what is fake love, what is a tainted love. The tainted love is a fake love. It is tainted because it's not real, it's mixed, it's not pure. It's mixed with something else, but it's not love. Not only do people lie in their personal relationships about love, that is to do with your personal relationship between wife and husband. Lying about their love, that is a personal thing. Not only do people lie about love in regards to their personal relationships, but they lie about love in regards to Allah and His prophets and messengers. They lie about love in regards to Allah, His prophets and His messengers. Now let us begin with Allah. A person who says he loves Allah, but he doesn't pray regularly, he misses Salah. That is one example of tainted love. You claim to love Allah, but Salah is a burden on you. You don't love Salah, it's a burden on you. Your claim to love Allah is fake because you see Salah as a heavy burden on you. You can't even wake up for Salatul Fajr. And Rasul said that's the sign of a munafiq. He can't get up for Fajr. He loves the sleep so much. And had it not been for the women and children who are living in the homes, I would have commanded somebody to call the adhan and I go and set firewood on the homes and burn the homes down. But because of the women and children in the homes, I didn't burn the homes down with these people inside the homes. Don't ask me about Dar Kufr and Dar Harb at this moment because it's not question and answer time. Let us take a look at the Jews. The Jews claim that they love Prophet Abraham and they follow Prophet Abraham. And they brag and boast, we belong to the Abrahamic faith. Everybody is claiming that they love a particular person. And we are here to examine their claim that they love a particular person, a historic personality, a legend, and they follow his creed, his aqidah, his manhaj, his fiqh. We are gathered here today to see if they are true to their claim or they are liars. The Jews claim that they love Abraham and they follow Abraham and they have nothing in common with Prophet Ibrahim. Nothing in common with Ibrahim. Take for example the Jews, their modus operandi is to kill the prophets. They make it their career to kill the Prophet. Allah told you in Baqarah 87, Jews kill prophets. When the angels were traveling to Sodom and Gomorrah, They passed by Prophet Abraham, and he told them, he asked them, what is your mission? And they said, we come to destroy the city of Sodom and Gomorrah. But the angels gave him good news and bad news, and they started with the good news. You are going to impregnate your wife. You have been trying for many, many years for a child and you failed, but you are going to impregnate your wife, and the baby will be called Ishaq. That's the good news. The bad news, we are going to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah, the gay city. Instinctively, Prophet Abraham said, but my nephew is living there. Surah 29, verses 31 to 32. Instinctively, he said, what? My nephew is living there. Lot is there. The son of my brother is there. Instinctively. So he was concerned about Prophet Lot, who was living in the city. He didn't want any harm or danger to come to Prophet Lot. Instinctively, he was concerned about Prophet Lot. Jews, their modus operandi is to kill prophets. Abraham didn't kill prophets. He was concerned about Prophet Lot, the safety of Prophet Lot. Ibrahim said, but Lot is in that city. It might be a gay city, but Lot is in there. Just a minute. Abdul Malik, could you do the notes? Because 8010 has connection issues. You, the Jews, you kill prophets. Prophet Abraham didn't go on a rampage killing prophets. When the angel said, we are going to Sodom and Gomorrah to destroy the city, he said, my nephew is living there. Stop claiming that you follow Abraham, you love Abraham, you follow Abraham, because you don't follow Abraham. You and Abraham has nothing in common. When you really love a person, you follow them in regards to fiqh, in regards to aqidah, and in regards to manhaj. Why do you think we eat with the right hand? The Prophet Muhammad ate with his right hand. Why do you think we enter the masjid with the right foot and we enter the toilet with the left foot? Why? We love the Prophet and we follow the Prophet Muhammad to the letter. When you love a person, you follow them in regards to aqidah, fiqh, and manhaj. Manhaj means the methodology. We observe the same bathroom etiquettes. We observe the same bathroom etiquettes as the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When we go to the toilet, we don't use our right hand in the toilet. It's haram. And we make sure we have water for the purpose of istinja. We have meticulous bathroom etiquettes. The Jews dabbled in black magic. Baqarah 102. The Jews, they dabble in black magic, and they use their black magic to break up man from wife. When did Prophet Abraham dabble in black magic? The Jews, they worship the golden calf. They are very, very ungrateful. They worship the golden calf. That's paganism. When did Prophet Abraham practice paganism? At no time did Prophet Abraham practice paganism. Allah said, Ma kana Ibrahim Yahudiyan wala Nasraniyan, walakin kana Hanifan Musliman, wa ma kana min al-mushrikeen. Abraham was not a Jew worshipping idols like Jews do. Neither was he a Christian. But Abraham was an upright Muslim. Kana Hanifan Musliman. And Abraham was not of the mushrikeen. Surah 3 verse 67. Bring me the ayah. Surah 3 verse 67. Abraham was neither a Jew nor a Christian. He did not practice your religion. Don't claim Abraham for yourself, and don't claim that you love Abraham, because your love is tainted, it's fake, it's false. Abraham is innocent of what you are doing. Both Christians and Jews claim Abraham for themselves. Surah 3 verse 67. Bring me the ayah. Also, you insult Allah. Abu Bakr Siddiq punched a Jew in the face, because the Jew said what? Allah is poor but they are rich, because Allah is begging for loan. Abraham was neither a Jew nor a Christian, but he was a true Muslim who practiced monotheism, and he was not of the mushrikeen. You brought me Baqarah 105 and Surah 3 verse 67. When Abu Bakr punched the Jew in the face, the Jew said, Allah is poor and we are rich, so he punched him in the face. He said, oh Muhammad, your friend Abu Bakr punched me in the face. He said, what did he do? He said, I did not do anything. I didn't do anything. He punched me just like that. And Abu Bakr said, the Jew told me Allah is poor but they are rich. The Jew said, no, I didn't say that. He's lying. The Jew denied. So Allah revealed Surah 3, 181, لَقَدْ سَمِعَ اللَّهُ قَوْلَ الَّذِينَ قَالُوا إِنَّ اللَّهَ فَقِيرٌ وَنَحْنُ أَغْنِيَاءٌ. Verily Allah heard the speech of those who say Allah is poor but they are rich. That's insult. They insult Allah again in Surah 5, verse 64. They say that Allah's hands are tied. Allah is stingy, Allah doesn't spend. Allah's hands are tied means Allah cannot stop us from creating mischief on the earth. It has two meanings. Allah's hands are tied, meaning Allah cannot stop us, the Jews, spreading mischief on the earth. That's one meaning. Allah's hands are tied means Allah doesn't send from His bounties. Allah is tied. Allah is mean, He's tied. That is the other meaning of Allah's hands are tied. When the Jews invaded Lebanon and killed 22,000 Muslims in Sabra and Shatila in 1982, mostly women and children, the Jews, Ariel Sharon carried out the massacre with the help of the Christians of Lebanon. They said Allah's hands are tied. That's why we were able to carry out Sabra and Shatila. 22,000 Muslims were killed overnight in the refugee camp in southern Lebanon. Palestinians were killed mostly. Ariel Sharon carried out the massacre. And they said Allah's hands are tied, meaning nobody can stop us from spreading mischief on the earth, not even Allah, because Allah's hands are tied. The Jews claim to follow Abraham. We say to the Jews, when did Abraham worship idols like you worship the golden calf? When did Abraham slander Allah? When did Abraham kill the prophets? The Prophet Muhammad said the most severe punishment on Judgment Day is the man who killed a prophet or he was killed by a prophet himself. He will receive the severest punishment, the most painful punishment on the Day of Judgment, because you are the worst human being to kill a prophet. Now, we have refuted the Jews with their fake love for Abraham. And the Christians are refuted as well because they slander Allah and said Allah beget a son. Let us now refute the Christians who claim that they love Jesus. It is now time for us to speak about the Christians. The Christians, they say the word Christian means a follower of Christ. We follow Christ because we love Christ. And they say to you, just accept Jesus as your personal Lord and Savior and you'll go to paradise. And the Christians are murji. Accept Jesus as your personal Lord and Savior and you'll go to paradise. I'm going to prove to you that the Christian love for Jesus is fake. You don't follow Jesus in any way whatsoever. First of all, Jesus believed in monotheism and He always directs people to worship Allah alone, and He didn't claim lordship for Himself. In the book of Matthew 19 verse 17, a man said to Jesus, "O good master, what can I do to have eternal life?" Jesus said to the man, "Why call me good? No one is good except God." He didn't accept people calling Him good. So how can He accept people calling Him God? Do you follow? In the book of John 5 verse 30, Jesus said, "I have no authority to do anything." How can God be stripped of His authority? In the book of John 5 verse 37, He said, "God who sent me has testified about me. You have neither heard His voice at any time nor seen His form." So if Jesus said, "You have neither heard the voice of God at any time nor seen His form," how can you exaggerate in your claim that you love Jesus and elevate Him to the level of God Himself? Also, you gathered at a council called the Council of Nicaea in 325 AD and introduced paganism into the teachings of Jesus, and that paganism is called the Trinity: God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit. But when you look at the teachings of Jesus, He preached Tawheed, not Trinity. In the book of Mark 12 verse 28 to 29, Mark 12 verse 28 to 29, Jesus was preaching monotheism. So you don't follow Jesus in any way whatsoever. And Jesus answered him, "The first of all the commandments is, Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord." Jesus said our because He Himself has a God. He said our God is one. Just a minute. Brother Abdul Malik, you might have to take over. Or what's happening? Okay, never mind. The Lord our God is one. And He preached monotheism, not polytheism, like what Christians are preaching. You claim you follow Jesus because you love Jesus. So why do you eat pork and walk around with an uncircumcised penis? Jesus was circumcised. You, the Christians, you eat pork and you sport an uncircumcised penis. How is that following Jesus? And people who are not circumcised, they are prone to catching the AIDS virus. And they give women cancer of the cervix, cervical cancer. How is that following Jesus? Also, you have hundreds and thousands of gay churches all over the world. Gay churches. When did Jesus tolerate homosexuality? Now, the book of Leviticus in the Bible, Leviticus 20, verse 13. In this book, Leviticus 20, verse 13, it says, if you catch a man lie with a man, the way he lie with a woman, you should kill the man. Like, kill both of them. If a man also lie with mankind as he lied with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Both of them shall be killed. Their blood shall be upon them. That's the Bible. So why you have gay churches? You don't follow Jesus. You follow your evil and corrupted desires. The book of Romans, Romans chapter 1, verses 31 to 32. You don't love Jesus. You don't follow Jesus. You follow your evil and corrupted desires. You are vehement and fervent in your love of Jews. You, the Christians, you love Jews. Nobody hates Jesus like the Jews do. They say that Jesus was a bastard child. His mother was a whore, Mary. And when she conceived with Jesus, and she was menstruating at the time of her conception. The Muslims, our love for Muhammad ﷺ is not tainted. It's not fake, it's real. So we would never love people who insult Muhammad. We are not hypocrites. We don't love people. Shaykh, you shouldn't use the word bastard and whore. They are too rough. The born Muslims don't. The born Muslims think I should change. There's no other word to use. I don't. Okay, bastard, I can say illegitimate child. I'm going to bring the Talmud. You're going to hear it from the horse's mouth. The things I'm saying about the Jews, I'm the Talmud. So you're going to hear it from the horse's mouth. So don't think that it is something that Shaykh Faisal fabricated. I'm going to bring the holy book for you to hear it from the horse's mouth. Yeah, the born Muslims, they think Shaykh Faisal is too frank. Okay, Authentic Tawhid 5, let us hear what the Jews have to say about Jesus and his mother. Bring me the Hujjah from the Talmud, a book that they wrote from their Aql. And they said what we wrote from our Aql, our brain, is better than what Allah revealed to Musa on Mount Sinai. What we wrote from the Aql is better than what Allah revealed to Musa on Mount Sinai. Now you are saying the word whore is too crude, but that's what they have in their holy book. They use the word whore. Sanhedrin, that is one of the books of the Talmud. Listen to what the Jews say. They were the ones who first used the word whore. I'm only regurgitating what they said. Jesus' mother was a whore. She who was the descendants of princes and governors played the harlot with carpenters. She used to sleep around with carpenters. It is stated in the uncensored text of the Talmud. It is written that Jesus' mother, Maryam the hairdresser, had sex with many men. These are the people that the Christians love. In our holy book, the Quran, there is a surah called Maryam. And we show maximum respect to Maryam. Isn't that so? We show maximum respect to Maryam. Isn't that so? The Jews, they said she was a whore. And that Jesus was a bastard child. Yet the Christians love Jews fervently. Jesus, the Jews say about Jesus, he is in hell being boiled in hot excrement, the feces of people. Sanhedrin, their holy book, one of the books of the Talmud. They say Jesus was executed because he practiced sorcery. This is black magic. It is taught that on the eve of the Passover, Jesus was hung, and 40 days before the proclamation was made, Jesus is to be stoned to death because he has practiced sorcery and he has lured the people into idolatry. That is a lie. He did not do shirk. He was an enticer of such thou shalt not pity or condone. The elders were once sitting in the gate when two young lads passed by. One covered his head and the other uncovered his head. Of him who uncovered his head, Rabbi remarked that he is a bastard. They're talking about Jesus. Rabbi Joshua remarked that he is the son of Nida. Nida, the Hebrew word Nida, means a child conceived during a woman's menstrual period. Rabbi Akiba said that he was a bastard and a son of Nida, a son who was conceived while the mother was menstruating. So she had sex while she was menstruating. The Christians are aware that these are the things the Jews say about Jesus. He was a bastard child, his mother was a whore, she conceived him with zina, and at the time when she conceived him, she was menstruating. He practiced sorcery, black magic, and he practiced idolatry, the worshipping of idols. Christians are aware that the Jews have this to say about Jesus, yet the Christians are fervent in their love of Jews who call their God a bastard. I put it to you, the Christians, you're a hypocrite and a waste of space. Your love for Jesus is fake. Your love for Jesus is tainted. This is a typical example of tainted love. So you can go around claiming to love someone, we will checkmate you and we will expose your hypocrisy. I put it to you, the Christians, the stench of your hypocrisy is excruciating. It is untenable and it is unbearable. Your hypocrisy is repugnant and repellent. You love people who call Jesus a bastard child, his mother was a whore, and she considered you, the Christians. You're a hypocrite and a waste of space, and your love for Jesus is fake, your love for Jesus is tainted, and this is typical example of tainted love. It's like a person who says to his wife, I love you, yet he's stabbing her in the back with a sharp knife, cutting her throat with a sharp knife and saying, I love you. That is your similitude. And we coin for you the best of similitudes. Let's take a look at some people who say, we love Abu Hanifa and we follow Abu Hanifa. We have exposed the Jews as fake and the Christians. Let's take a look at the Hanafis. Some people say we follow Abu Hanifa. Is that so? You follow Abu Hanifa? Do you have the Aqidah of Abu Hanifa? Because all the Hanafis I debated with, they say Allah is everywhere. Allah is not above the Arsh. Allah is everywhere. That's the Aqidah which is prevalent in the Hanafi community. If you love Abu Hanifa and follow Abu Hanifa, how comes you don't have his Aqidah? That's tainted love. Abu Hanifa used to make takfir on people who do not believe Allah is above the Arsh. Abu Hanifa, when he was asked about the man who says, I don't know if Allah is above the Arsh or not. Abu Hanifa, when he was asked, what's your opinion about the man who says, I don't know whether Allah is above the Arsh or on earth? Abu Hanifa said, he has disbelieved. Because Allah says, Ar-Rahman al-Arsh istawa. And al-Arsh istawa. The people who say they're Hanafis are found in India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and in Turkey. These are strong Hanafi strongholds. And they all say Allah is everywhere. The most merciful rose above the Arsh, and his Arsh is above the seven heavens. He was then asked, what if he said that Allah is above the Arsh, but he doesn't know if the Arsh is in the heavens or the Arsh is on earth? Abu Hanifa said, still he disbelieved, because he has denied that he is above the heavens. And whosoever denied that he is has disbelieved. This was the Aqidah of Abu Hanifa. So you, the people who call yourself Hanafis, you don't have the Aqidah of Abu Hanifa. So how can you say, oh, we love Abu Hanifa and we follow Abu Hanifa? You're a liar. You don't love Abu Hanifa. Now, take a look at the Maliki Sufis. The Maliki Sufis, they call themselves Al-Murabitun. The Maliki Sufis, they're a revert, a white revert from Scotland. Ian Dallas, a white revert of Scotland. He is in charge of Al-Murabitun. When I was on tour of South Africa, Dr. Hakeem Quick took me in his car and showed me their masjid in Cape Town. The women, they don't have to wear hijab. So when the women come to his masjids on a Friday, they dress like catwalk models. They dress like fairies, catwalk models. Because he said you don't need hijab. Hijab is only for Arabs. And they claim they follow Imam Malik. Like the Hanafis, they say Allah is everywhere. Like the Hanafis, they say Allah is everywhere. I put it to you, Imam Malik didn't have your Aqidah that Allah is everywhere. Because when the man came to the study circle of Imam Malik, and he said, how is Allah above the arsh? Is Allah sitting, leaning, or reclining? Imam Malik said to the man, Al-istiwa ma'loom, on is known. Wal kayf majhul, how Allah is above the arsh, it is unknown. Wal iman bihi wajib, to believe that Allah is above the arsh, it is wajib. It is ma'loom min ad-din bid-darura, Islam by necessity. Ma'loom min ad-din bid-darura. And to ask about it is a bid'ah illa rajul. I don't consider you as anything but a troublemaker, and he kicked the man out of his study circle. The Maliki Sufis, they don't believe in this, what I've just quoted to you. To believe that Allah is above the arsh is wajib, and to ask about it is bid'ah. They don't believe Allah is above the arsh. I've never met any Maliki Sufi who believe that Allah is above the arsh like the Imam says. They even pray with their hands hanging down at their side, claiming they want to pray like Imam Malik. I said, brother, do you know why Imam Malik prayed with his hands at his side? His hands were dragged out by the Caliph, Mansur, the Abbasid Caliph. The Abbasid Caliph Mansur dragged his hands out because he refused to pass the fatwas he wanted him to pass and dump him in prison. So he prayed with his hands hanging down at his side for a very, very long time because they were broken. So they said, oh, we love Imam Malik and we want to follow Imam Malik, so we pray with our hands, both hands at our side, to be like our Imam, Imam Malik. If you really love Imam Malik, how comes you don't have his aqidah? Imam Malik said, to believe that Allah is above the arsh is wajib, compulsory. To ask about it is bid'ah, and he kicked the man out of his study circle. I put it to you, you don't follow Imam Malik, you follow your evil and corrupted desires. Because when you follow a person, when you love a person and follow the person, you follow them in regards to aqidah, fiqh, and manhaj. Aqidah, fiqh, and manhaj. Only then your love is real. I say to you, your love is tainted, like the love of the Jews and the Christians. The other set of people who are hypocrites and low-life scums of the earth, they are the Saudi Salafis and the Saudi Salafis Akka Madkhali. Akka, also known as the Madkhalis. They claim we follow Ibn Kathir and we follow Ibn Taymiyyah, and we don't digress from the fatwa of Ibn Kathir and Ibn Taymiyyah. We follow these two noble scholars, and we even follow Bin Baz. We love these noble scholars and we follow them to the letter. Ibn Kathir, Ibn Taymiyyah, and Bin Baz. You don't follow them and you don't have their aqidah. Not even Bin Baz agree with you with your aqidah, because you claim that to dismantle the Sharia of Allah is a minor kufr. Both Ibn Taymiyyah, Ibn Kathir, as well as Bin Baz said we beg to differ. You, the Madkhalis, Ibn Kathir and Ibn Taymiyyah said we beg to differ. Okay, let's begin with Ibn Taymiyyah. Authentic Tawhid 5, bring me Ibn Taymiyyah. Ibn Taymiyyah said, it is known of Islam by necessity, and it is the agreement of all the Muslims, that whosoever dismantle the Sharia, such a person is a kafir. Volume 28 of the Fatawa, volume 28, page 524. That's Ibn Taymiyyah, refuting the Madkhalis with their false claim. Okay, bring me now Ibn Kathir, Al-Bidayah wa Nihaya, volume 13, page 119. I'm going to prove to you that in life, people like to make claims, and when you study their character and aqidah, their claim is false and it's fake. Oh, we love Ibn Kathir and Ibn Taymiyyah, and we follow them to the letter. But you don't have their aqidah. You don't love them, you don't follow their aqidah. Ibn Kathir said, whosoever abandons the wise Sharia which was revealed upon Muhammad ibn Abdullah, the seal of the prophets, and goes to other abrogated Sharia for judgment, he becomes a kafir. So how about the one who goes to Al-Yasik, the man-made law, for judgment and gives it precedence over the Sharia of Muhammad? Whosoever does this has become a kafir by the ijma of all the Muslims. You realize that? Okay, Authentic Tawhid 5, you brought me Ibn Taymiyyah, you brought me Ibn Kathir, I now want you to bring me Bin Baz. This is the other person that the Madkhalis, they adore and they worship, Bin Baz. You claim to dismantle the Sharia of Muhammad is a minor kufr. Let us take a look at what Bin Baz has to say. Did he agree with your dodgy aqidah? Shaykh Bin Baz said, there is no Iman for the one who believes the laws of the people and their opinions are superior to the hukum of Allah and His Messenger, or that they are equal to it, or that they resemble it, or who leaves it or replaces it with fabricated laws and institutions invented by people. Even if he believes that the laws of Allah are more encompassing and more just. What Bin Baz is saying, I don't give a damn what's in your heart. The moment you dismantle the Sharia of Muhammad, you're a kafir. So don't tell me I might dismantle the Sharia of Muhammad, but in my heart, I believe the Sharia is more encompassing and more just. What Bin Baz is saying in this fatwa, I don't give a damn what's in your heart. The moment you dismantle the Sharia and replace it with man-made institutions, man-made laws, you're a kafir, you have no Iman whatsoever, and even if you believe in your heart, the Sharia is better. I put it to you, the Madkhal is Akka, Saudi Salafis, your love for Bin Baz, or before that, Ibn Taymiyyah, or his student Ibn Kathir, that love is fake. That love is tainted. That love is false. It is tainted love, it is mixed with something else. When you love a person, you follow them in regards to Aqidah, Fiqh, and Manhaj. Especially Aqidah. Especially Aqidah. You might differ with the person in regards to some Fiqh issues, but you follow them to the letter in regards to Aqidah. We are finished with tainted love in regards to the historic personalities that lived before. Now let's take a look at tainted love on a personal level. Husband and wife relationship. How can you tell you are living with a woman who loves you? Because many of you, your partners for you have tainted love. Let us become more personal with love. What is love? How can it be defined? Love is a strong, tender feeling of affection and devotion to someone or something. Listen to the definition. A strong and tender feeling of affection and devotion to someone or something. After I finish explaining love for you tonight, all of you will know what is love. You don't need to ask a person anymore, do you love me? I'm going to unravel for you the mysteries of love. So you can tell, am I living with a man who loves me, or is he a player? Does my wife love me, or is she a player? Love is tainted with promiscuity. Whenever a person is promiscuous, their love is tainted, it is contaminated. The way a person will give you a glass of Zamzam, but it has urine in it, you can't drink that, it's contaminated. Tainted love is contaminated love, and what contaminates the love is promiscuity. Who's taking notes? I don't see what I'm saying on the board. Could you write what I'm saying, please? When people don't love Allah, the Creator, they can't love the creation. It's impossible. If people don't love Allah, the Creator who gave them everything, they can't love the creation. It's impossible. So what the Kafirs have between themselves is lust, it's not love. They live and die, and they went to their grave, and they never experienced true love in their lifetime. Somebody with connection issues. This is the first time I'm doing this topic, so I want the notes to be on the board. Abdul Malik can do the notes if you have connection issues. And some admins come to the class very, very late. This is the first time I'm doing the topic, and I want the notes to be out there. The point I'm making is, if you can't love the Creator, you can't love the creation. If you cannot love the Creator, you cannot love the creation. Yes, it's impossible. So what Kafirs practice, because Kafirs don't love Allah, and this is why they can't stop cheating on each other. There's no sincerity in their relationship. There's no love. It's all fake. What are the signs of love? The person taking notes, the 21 signs of love. The first sign is this is why they cannot stop cheating on each other, because their love is fake. They don't love each other. They don't love each other. It's all about usury. It's all about usury of each other. But it's not love, it's lust. It's physical and it's not spiritual. Spiritual love is the best love, to love a person for the sake of Allah. Kafirs will never experience this. Impossible. Only you, the Muslim, can experience the joy of spiritual love. The first sign to tell you when a person loves you, you feel happy to be in their company, and time flies very fast in their company. That's the first sign. You enjoy their company and time flies very fast in their company. 3-4 hours elapse and you can't believe it. We have been sitting for 3 hours. 3 hours passed already. Time flies very fast in the company of somebody you love. When I finish explaining love for you tonight, no one can con you and say I love you anymore. To hell, you can't con me anymore. Number 2, the person doesn't ask for any space. If you are living with a man or woman and they keep asking for space, they don't love you. That is a telltale sign. Your partner asking you for space, they don't love you. Your partner is supposed to be crazy about you and want to be with you 24/7 if it's possible. Number 3, you respect each other. Love with no respect is useless. I know some school of thought that it's possible to love a person and not respect the person. I beg to differ. Love with no respect is useless. The third sign, the person respects you. Number 4, you care about the feelings of each other and you strive towards compatibility. Number 4, you care about the feelings of each other. And in the relationship, you strive towards compatibility. You find out what the person likes and you try to do that to make the person happy. You yearn, you struggle, you strive towards compatibility during the marriage. And you respect the feelings of each other. The other sign that a person loves you is, that's number 4. Number 5, they accept you as you are and they overlook your weaknesses. They accept you as you are because no human being is perfect. If the person accepts you as you are and look over your weaknesses, I'm back if you can hear me. Okay, we continue the dars. What's the last point I made before I got cut off? The last point, could you repeat the last point I made? They accept you as you are and they overlook your weaknesses. If the person accepts you as you are and overlook your weaknesses, they love you, yes. When a person doesn't love you, they find fault with everything you do. Even when you drink your tea, you drink your soup, they complain you slurp the soup too loud. They can't cope with the noise from your mouth. Simple things like that they can't cope with. You slurp the soup too loud. I can't cope with the noise from your mouth. Simple things like that they can't tolerate from you. They can't tolerate no weakness whatsoever. Absolutely no weakness. Because they don't love you. When a person loves you and they are crazy about you, you can get away with murder with them. You can get away with anything with them and they turn a blind eye. Because the love is real. If the love is fake, they find fault with every single thing that you do, even the way you slurp your soup. They claim you're making too much noise. I can't cope with the noise. The 6th sign the person loves you, they are fair and willing to compromise. They sacrifice for you and they are unselfish in the relationship. They are willing to sacrifice for you in the relationship. They are willing to compromise. They are willing to sacrifice. They are unselfish in the relationship. When a person doesn't love you, they say to you, it's either my way or the highway. Did you hear that? It's either you do things my way or the highway. On your bikes, you're out of here. You can't live with me anymore. It's my way or the highway. They can't compromise. They can't sacrifice. It's me, myself, and I. Me. Very, very selfish. Unwilling to compromise. They can't sacrifice. It's my way or the highway. They don't love you. If they had loved you, it would be a give and take relationship. It would have been a give and take relationship. But because they say it's either my way or the highway, the love is tainted. It's fake. It's laughable. You know you have some US dollar bill which is fake. That love is fake and it's tainted. Number 7, when they sit with you and they discuss with you, they plan the future with you. They said, how many kids you like us to have? How many kids you're planning on us to have? When they sit with you, they are discussing the future with you. They plan the future with you. But when they say, I'm not sure about kids because I don't know if we are coming or going. I don't know if we are coming or going. I'm not sure about that. I'm sorry. Don't even talk about kids. I'm not sure about that. I don't know if we are coming or going. Or this relationship is going around in circles. They don't love you and they want out. The word want out means I want to divorce or I want to break up with you. Say I want out. If a person say I want out means I want to divorce. Somebody said they can't hear, leave the room and come back. And tell Global Peace to leave the room and come back. She's from the old school in the UK, the old school, Global Peace. Tell her to leave the room and come back, somebody. If the person sit with you and plan the future with you, and said, what would you like, a boy or a girl? What do you want our first child to be, a boy or a girl? What would you like to name the child? If it's a boy, what would you name the child? If it's a girl, what would you name the child? How many kids you want us to have? They sat with you and they are planning the future with you. They love you and they see themselves growing old with you. They want to live with you and become old with you. That's a sign that they love you because they sat with you and they plan the future with you. Number 8, they are loyal to you and they don't allow anyone to badmouth you. They are fiercely loyal to you. Listen to this point, number 8. They are fiercely loyal to you and they don't allow anyone to badmouth you. At no time, whether behind your back or in front of you. Do you remember when the Jews asked by the prophet and said, Assalamu alaikum, death be upon you. And Aisha said, may death be upon you and the curse of Allah be upon you. Aisha stood up for the prophet. Aisha stood up for the prophet. May death be upon you, may the curse of Allah be upon you. Aisha answered them. That is true love. They are fiercely loyal to you and they don't allow anyone to badmouth you. If they allow people to badmouth you and they are not loyal to you, that is called tainted love. The love is tainted, it's something else. It's fake love. Number 9, if you want to know if a person loves you, they don't compare you to a previous partner and use that to give you emotional insecurity. Listen to number 9. They don't compare you to a previous partner and use it to give you emotional. Love brings security, not insecurity. They don't give you emotional insecurities. They don't flirt with other men to make you jealous, to give you emotional insecurity. Because they don't want to hurt you. Some women like to flirt with other men to make their husband jealous. Love doesn't give you insecurities. Love brings you security. Why she doesn't flirt with other men to make you jealous? Because she respects your feelings. Number 10, you feel safe with the person and you don't think they are going to run off to somebody else at any given moment. You feel safe. You feel safe with the person and you don't think they are going to run off with another person and dump you at any given moment. So your beard doesn't become white. You feel safe with the person and you don't have the thought, a lingering thought, at any given moment they are going to run off with somebody else. Somebody else who is more beautiful and has more money. Someone who is more handsome and has more money. Somebody who is younger. That's why people dump people. They dump people because they found somebody with more money. Or they found somebody more beautiful. When a person loves you, they make you feel safe in the relationship. Number 11, they pay you compliments. They keep paying you compliments. Do you chat up your wives? Are you boring or do you, are you boring or do you chat up your wives? No woman wants a boring husband. A woman wants a husband who is exciting. Every woman will tell you that. If a woman is given a choice between a husband and a husband who is naughty, she says, I prefer the naughty husband, not the boring husband, because life is too stressful. I can't cope with a boring husband. They pay you compliments. You have to chat up your wife. No woman wants a boring husband because life is already stressful. A husband is only going to make her life more stressful. A woman wants a husband who is naughty. Number 12, they don't get tired of saying I love you and you don't get tired of hearing I love you. Number 12, they don't get tired of saying I love you and you, the woman, you don't get tired of hearing I love you. So if you don't get tired of hearing I love you, you love your husband. If he doesn't get tired of saying I love you, that means he loves his wife. He's not too proud to say I love you. The love is real, it's not fake. Therefore, he is not too proud to say I love you. So not only does he chat up his wife, pay her compliment, he says, I love you, even every day. And she doesn't get tired of hearing it because she loves her husband as well. But in life, you should show the love, not just say it. You should show it, not just say it. I have in front of me over 21 signs to tell you when the love is real, not fake love. Number 13, they shower you with gifts. The 13th sign, they shower you with gifts. Because love is kindness. If you claim to love a person, but you don't give the person anything, the love is fake and it's tainted. Especially when you can afford it. Love is kindness, not stinginess. Some men buy a car for their wives. You know that? I have students in this room who buy a car for their wife. One of them bought a car for his wife, and the first wife heard about it and bought a bucket of paint and plastered the car and used a hammer and broke all the windows of the car. The first wife destroyed the car of the second wife. If a person says they love you and they not spoil you with gifts, the love is fake. Because love is supposed to be kindness. Number 14, the person likes to go to bed with you. Number 14, they like to make love to you. They like to go to bed with you. They like to have sex with you. If you have a wife and you call her to bed in the early part of the marriage and she comes to bed and make love to you, after 3-4 years in the marriage, you call the same woman to bed and she says, I'm not in the mood. She keeps saying, I'm in the mood. Her love is no longer pure, it's tainted. She's having an affair. Why in the early days of the marriage, when you call your wife to bed, she would come and make love to you with zeal and enthusiasm. This same woman, when you call her to bed in the first year of the marriage, the first 6 months of the marriage, she'll come and make love to you with zeal and enthusiasm. And after 3-4 years, she keeps finding excuses. She frowned in her face, I'm not in the mood. The love has now become tainted. She's having an affair. So her change in attitude is a telltale sign, is the hallmark of an affair. After some days, she says she's not in the mood. That means she's having an affair. The love has become tainted. That's why there is a sudden change in attitude towards the bedroom. If this is the case, her love is tainted because she's having an affair. You have to put the word affair. What tainted the love? The affair tainted the love. And if you have a man, a husband, and you call your husband to bed, because women call their husbands to bed. All the women who were born in the 1980s call their husbands to bed because they are comfortable with their sexuality because of the media. All the women who were born in the 1980s, the 1980s onward, they call their husbands to bed. Why? Because they are comfortable about their sexuality. Why are they comfortable with their sexuality? They are comfortable because of the media. If you, the woman, call your husband to bed and he's giving you an attitude problem, it means he's seen somebody else. He's having an affair. This explains the sudden change in his behavior. He has lost interest in you because the love has become tainted. The affair has tainted the love. It's very easy to know when a person no longer loves you and the love is tainted. There is a sudden change in the attitude. Number 15, the person loves you even when you become old and gray and have dentures. The person is still crazy about you when you become old and gray and you still have, you become old and gray and you now have dentures. If the love is still there, that is true love. I was in South Africa. I have 12 homes in South Africa, 12 different homes. So I had 12 different toothbrushes. And when I was at the breakfast table, I was with the wife and the husband. I said, your marriage, was it arranged marriage or was it love marriage? And they smiled. They said it was arranged. And I said, how many years have you been married? Some of them said 30 years. They love each other. They said it's the first time in their life a sheikh has ever asked them these questions. These are good because it makes them reflect. First time in their life, a sheikh quizzed them about their relationship. And it's good for them because it makes them reflect. If you can love your partner when they become old and gray and they have dentures, the love is real. But if you dump your partner because they become old and gray with dentures, the love is tainted. Aisha radiallahu anha said to the Prophet, why do you keep talking about Khadija, Khadija? Khadija. She was an old woman with wrinkles and some of her teeth drop out. Allah has Khadija with a young, beautiful girl like me. So why do you keep talking about Khadija in my house? The Prophet said to Aisha, "Oh Aisha, she believed in me when everybody else rejected me. She believed in me when everybody else rejected me. She supported me when everybody else withheld their support from me." Khadija was the first Muslim. Can you find the hadith I'm quoting? So Aisha was looking at physical love. Oh, I'm young and pretty with no wrinkles. I have lost none of my teeth. Not even one tooth dropped out. I'm young and pretty, no wrinkles. Khadija was old. What the Prophet is saying to Aisha is, you are paying attention to physical love. What about spiritual love? That is the real love, because spiritual love means you love the person for the sake of Allah. So even when the person is in their 60s, 70s, 80s, you still love them. Because the spiritual love, it doesn't die. We all will become old one day with wrinkles and dentures. Khadija was in fact a blessing of Allah for the Prophet. For 25 years, shared with him the toils and trials of life. She was his soulmate, especially in the first 10 years of his ministry of prophethood. He deeply mourned over her death, and once he replied to an honest burst of tender emotions. She believed in me when none else did. She embraced Islam, her person, and her wealth. When there was none else to lend me a helping hand, I had children from her only. How many children? Six children. Qasim, Abdullah, Zainab, Ruqayya, Fatima, and Kulthum. Many of you think the last child was Fatima, but it was Kulthum. Fatima was a favorite child because of her taqwa. And she is one of the 4 special women of Jannah. Fatima was a favorite child because of her taqwa. But the last child was Kulthum. So even though he got married to her when she was 40, she bore him 6 children. Because when the love is real, it's easy to impregnate the woman. When there is chemistry and the love is real, there's barakah in the marriage, it's easy to impregnate the woman. The 16th sign to tell you your partner loves you dearly. They listen to you attentively and they give value. They value every word that comes from your mouth. The 16th sign, they listen to you attentively and they value every word that comes from your mouth. When the person loves you, they become a good listener to what you have to say. When they don't listen attentively, they don't count you, they don't love you. You are not important for them. Nothing is more annoying and disgusting than your partner not listening to what you have to say. They are distracted by other things. Number 17, your partner makes an effort to dress up for you. Your partner makes an effort to dress up for you because they love you. So when a woman loves her husband, she wears makeup for the husband and she wears lingerie, negligee, she wears tights, she wears stockings, mascara, these things. She is trying to nurture his testosterone. Is that clear? She's trying to tease his testosterone. She makes an effort to dress up for the husband. She's trying to nurture his testosterone. Did you know that Ibn Abbas used to dress up for his wives? Did you know that? Ibn Abbas, the cousin of the Prophet, used to dress up for his wife. And when they asked Ibn Abbas why he dressed up for his wife, he said, because Allah Ta'ala said, women have the same rights over you as you have over them. He quoted Baqarah 228. Women have the same rights over you as you have over them. So the same way when you call your wife to bed, she has to go. When she calls you to bed, you have to go. This is a very, very long ayah. Don't bring me all the ayah. Just bring me the piece I am quoting. Women have the same rights over you as you have over them. Bil ma'roof. Walahunna mithla dhi alayhinna bil ma'roof. Ibn Abbas used to dress up for his wife. When a person loves you, they make an effort to dress up for you. To nurture your testosterone, in that case, to nurture the estrogen of the woman. Ibn Abbas, in his case, to nurture her estrogen. Estrogen is the sex hormone which is found in the bodies of women. By wearing sweet perfume and taking a bath, brush your teeth, wear nice clothing, you're trying to nurture her estrogen, like what Ibn Abbas did. the cousin of the Prophet. The other sign they love you, they take you out on dates with spontaneity. Where is the ayah? Baqarah 228. Women have the same rights over you as you have over them. It's not just right in regards to money, it's every right. Now, they translate it to mean living expenses. Ibn Abbas said it's every right, not just money, every right. You have to nurture, make them be satisfied in the home, in the bedroom, the same way they make you satisfied in the bedroom. You can't be a selfish lover in the bedroom because women have the same rights over you as you have over them. So if you are sexually satisfied, they have to be sexually satisfied as well. Number 18, the person takes you out on dates with spontaneity. They take you out on dates to make you feel special. The purpose of taking you out on dates is to make you feel special. They always try their best to make you feel special. Are you right with what I'm saying? They take you out on dates to make you feel special. And could you please write what I'm saying? The person they take you out on dates to make you feel special. They always do their best to make you feel special. That's the sign that they love you. Number 19, the communication flows smoothly between you. Number 19, the communication, it flows smoothly between you. The secret of a successful relationship is what? Communication, 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 even when you are making love to each other. Communication, communication, communication. That is the secret to every successful relationship. So if the communication is able to flow smoothly between you and your partner, that is a sign that there is love. Because you are striving, you have attained compatibility. You strive for compatibility and you have attained the compatibility. And because you have attained the compatibility, the communication is now flowing smoothly between you. The secret to a successful relationship is what? Communication, 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 even when you are making love, for the person to know if you are doing things properly in the bedroom. Number 20, you fear that the person, you lose the person, you fear the person will die. You fear for the person to die, you fear to lose the person. If you don't love the person, you say happy riddance. I don't mind if you go to jihad and die, happy riddance. If you fear to lose the person, you can't cope with losing the person. The love is real. But if you say happy riddance, I don't give a damn if you die, have to marry another woman who's prettier than you anyway. The love is fake and it's tainted love. When you fear losing the person, the love is real. Number 21, you just can't let go. Even when you have quarrels and ups and downs in the relationship, you can't walk away from the person. Even if you walk away and went to your parents' home for 3 days, you have to come back to your husband or your wife. You just can't let go. And even though you have no kids from the person, no kids are involved. Some people stay together because of kids. On this occasion, there are no kids. No kids to hold you together. But still, neither one of you can let go. You simply can't let go. Even when you have ups and downs, you have to come right back in the arms of the person. You can't let go. No kids are holding you together, and still you can't let go. That is true love. Your love is not tainted. There is no other person involved in the relationship to dilute the love. Nobody else is in the relationship to dilute the love. When the love is diluted and tainted, it's easy for you to let go because it's tainted love. You leave home and you don't come back. You have somebody else. I don't need your arms. I have the arms of somebody else. I don't have to come back home. But when you can't let go, even when you have ups and downs, you simply can't let go. You have to come back to the arms of the person. That is true love. Your love is not tainted love. The other sign that the person loves you real. Love is real. They find it easy to forgive, overlook, and forget. They find it easy to forgive, overlook, and forget. And they don't bring up the past. Yes? Okay, bring me the ayah. Number 23. They don't bring up the past and use it. They don't bring it past. That's 23. Bring me ayah, Surah 3, 159. The Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam took his brothers to the battle of Uhud. They don't bring up the past and use the past to hurt your feelings, to torture you with your mistakes of the past. Past and use your past to torture you, constantly torturing you. Surah 3, 159. The Rasul took his Sahabas to the battle of Uhud. What happened? They disobeyed him. They lost the battle. And still the Prophet was able to forgive and overlook and forget. What did Allah say? فَبِمَا رَحْمَةٍ مِّنَ اللَّهِ لِنْتَ لَهُمْ. It was by Allah's mercy that you were soft with your companions. وَلَوْ كُنْتَ فَضًّا غَلِيظَ الْقَلْبِ لَانْفَضُّوا مِنْ حَوْلِكَ. If you were harsh-hearted with your Sahabas, they would have broken away from your companions. Why the Prophet found it easy to forgive, overlook and forget? Because he loved his companions. Because he loved his companions. Allah said, فَبِمَا رَحْمَةٍ مِّنَ اللَّهِ لِنْتَ لَهُمْ. It was by Allah's mercy, Allah's rahmah. You were soft with your Sahabas. If you were harsh-hearted, O Muhammad, with your Sahabas, they would have broken away from around you. They would have stopped being your companions. Why you, Muhammad, was able to be soft with them, gentle, to forgive, overlook and forget? Because you love your companions. Did you find the ayah, Surah 3, 159? Who is bringing the ayah? Okay, the next chapter, the last chapter, the principles of love. Where is the ayah? Surah 3, 159. فَبِمَا رَحْمَةٍ مِّنَ اللَّهِ لِنْتَ لَهُمْ وَلَوْ كُنْتَ فَضًّا غَلِيظَ الْقَلْبِ لَانْفَضُّوا مِنْ حَوْلِكَ. If you were harsh-hearted, O Muhammad, with your Sahabas, they would have broken away from around you. Stop being your Sahabas. You made me doubt my knowledge of Quran because you took so long to bring the ayah. I was wondering, did I tell you the wrong ayah? Surah 3, 159. Why is it taking so long to post the ayah? Surah 3, 159. The next chapter, the principles of love. The last chapter, please bear with me, I only have a few minutes left. The principles of love. Yes, this is the ayah, Surah 3, 159. Muhammad loved his companions, and because of that, it was easy for him to do what? To forgive, to overlook and forget. When you love a person, you find it easy to forgive, overlook and forget. When you don't love the person, you can't forgive, overlook and forget, and you even use their past to torture them in the relationship. Okay, I've given you the 23 signs to tell you when a person loves you. You don't need to ask a person anymore, do you love me? I've given you the signs. You are no longer a fool as to what love is. The principles of love, number one, money can't buy true love. The first principle, authentic to 10, money can't buy true love. Where did we get that principle from? It's in the Quran. Surah 8, verse 63. Who Allah said it in the Quran? Surah 8, verse 63. And it is He, and He has united their hearts, the believers, the Aus and the Khazraj. They were killing each other in Medina before you went there. The two tribes, the Aus and the Khazraj. If you had spent all the money in the world, O Muhammad, you could have never united their hearts. But Allah has united them. Certainly, He's Almighty, the All-Wise. Allah said, if you, Muhammad, had spent all the wealth in the world to make the Aus and the Khazraj love each other, you could not, because money can't buy love. That is the first principle of love. The second principle, love knows no color. Love knows no color. So expect to see people from different races getting married. I was in Liverpool. I had never seen so many half-caste kids in my life. I was in Liverpool, the UK. I've never seen so many mulatto, half black, half white in my life. That is the second principle of love. Love knows no color. No wonder I saw so many half-caste kids in Liverpool, half white, half black. The third principle, love is restricted by the creed, by your creed. Love is restricted by your creed. Your creed controls who you love. Where did you get that principle from? Love is restricted by your creed. Surah 3, 118. Or Surah 60, the first ayah. All of these ayahs are adillah, evidences. Allah said, oh, you believe, don't take for your friends and protectors and allies people outside of your own religion. Don't choose friends from people outside of your religion. Oh, you believe, listen to the ayah, Surah 60. Oh, you believe, take not my enemies and your enemies for your friends, showing them love and affection when they disbelieve in what came down to you from the truth. So I put it to you. The third principle of love is your creed, dictates to you who you are allowed to love. Because Allah said, don't take my enemies and your enemies for friends, showing them love and affection when they reject faith in the haqq that came to you from your Lord. The fourth principle, only Allah can put love in our hearts for each other. And if money could buy love, the rich and famous of Hollywood and Bollywood, they wouldn't have so many divorces. The fourth principle, only Allah can put love in our hearts for each other, because Allah has 99 names and attributes, and one of His name and attribute is what? Al-Wadud, the giver of love. One of Allah's 99 names and attributes is Al-Wadud, the lover and the giver of love. Al-Wadud. Only Allah can put love in your hearts for each other. Bring me pictorial translation of Surah 8 verse 63. Bring me pictorial or Asad or Yusuf Ali. Let's hear what he has to say about this verse. How did they translate it? This verse tells you only Allah can put love in your hearts for each other, because only Allah is Al-Wadud. And when you love Allah, it's easy to love each other. Surah 8 verse 63, what is pictorial's translation? Or Yusuf Ali or Asad? Bring one of those three. As for the believers have attuned their hearts, if thou hast spent all that is in the earth, thou couldn't not have attuned their hearts, but Allah has attuned them. Okay, shukran. The next principle of love. Those who love the Creator love the creation. Those who love the Creator love the creation. Number 6, a true believer loves what Allah loves and hates what Allah hates. He practices al-wala wal-bara. A true believer loves what Allah loves and hates what Allah hates. Number 6, a true believer loves what Allah loves and hates what Allah hates. Al-wala wal-bara. Al-wala wal-bara, put that in bracket. The 7th principle of love. Love can die if it's not nurtured the way a plant can die, if it's not cared for. Love can die if it's not nurtured the same way a plant can die if the plant is not cared for. If you have a wife and you don't care for your wife, she's going to stop loving you. Okay, I'll stop here for today. I'm taking 5 questions. That's our topic, tainted love. I've brought you 23 signs to tell you when a person loves you or if the love is fake. I'll bring you the 7 principles of love. I'll take 5 questions in regards to the dars you've just heard. This is a new topic. I'd like it to be on the blog as soon as possible. And please clear the notes. The notes were good anyway. Maybe you don't need much editing. Maybe they were good anyway. Assalamu alaikum, Shaykh. What about sabr in marriage? Assalamu alaikum, Shaykh. What about sabr in marriage? Some men and women married each other for the sake of Allah, and they might not love each other in the beginning, but later in the marriage, Allah puts love between them. So how do you see that? Because sabr can change life if it for the sake of Allah. You need sabr in a marriage for the marriage to succeed, and you are not supposed to divorce a person if the person loves Allah. Do not divorce a person if the person loves Allah. You should overlook, forgive and forget and overlook, like I told you in the dars. Do not give up on a person if the person loves Allah. The Prophet said in a hadith, no Muslim brother is allowed to dump his Muslim sister because of a fault he sees in her. Look at her strong points to make up for her weak points. This is a very famous hadith. Sabr is important in every marriage for the marriage to succeed. Don't expect angels in a marriage, because we are humans with weaknesses. People who enter the marriage looking for angels, they are Khawarij. A Khawarij thinks you should be perfect with no weaknesses. That is a Khawarij mentality, and they have no mercy in their hearts for the Muslims. A Khawarij has no mercy in his heart for the Muslims. And the Khawarij, they are always divorced. A believing man should not hate a believing woman. If he dislikes one of her characteristics, he will be pleased with another. Yes, this is the hadith I was after. The word Khawarij means a Puritan. A Puritan is called a Khawarij, and they expect you to be free from every single weakness. You are not allowed to have any weaknesses. A person who is a Khawarij, sometimes they are Murji as well. They are Murji with themselves, but Khawarij with others. They are Murji with themselves, but Khawarij with others. So they have a mixture. They are a cocktail, expecting the person to be free from every weakness. No, I don't think you're a Khawarij, brother. I don't think you're a Khawarij. Okay, continue. Where are the other questions? I'm taking 5 questions. If there are no other questions, I'll close the door. Okay, here's another question on the board. Some Muslims in the West grew up with one parent or broken homes. Well, that's true. And never experienced love on an intimate level between spouses. That's true as well. Added on to this, they deal with a society that throws open them fornication and no love. Yes, as I told you, lust but no love. Kafirs deal with lust, not love. So they have psychological difficulties in showing love. Do you have any advice for these people or people in similar circumstances? This is a very important question because I've seen this a million times over. People have a problem to maintain a marriage, a relationship. They don't know how to love their partner because they are from broken homes and their parents didn't show them any love. My advice to you is that stop living in the past. You need to move on. Stop living in the past. You need to move on because if you live in the past, you are going to spoil your marriage. Some of you Muslim women were sexually abused and you were raped, some of you. How do I know? Because I counsel you in private PM. You can't take that baggage over with you in your marriage. You're going to spoil your marriage. The person who sexually abused you or raped you is not your husband. It took place when you were 9 years old. So don't take it out on your husband. If you want to maintain a proper marriage, a proper relationship, you need to learn to move on and stop living in the past. If you can't let go of the past, you're going to destroy your marriage and you can't afford to keep destroying your marriages. Every marriage you have, you keep destroying it with your past. Learn to let go of the past because if you don't, it means you are a person who is damaged goods. You are damaged goods because you have a lot of baggage, emotional baggage. You were sexually abused when you were a kid. That doesn't mean you're going to hate every man. Men are dogs. If my own father can do that to me, how can I trust another man? Men are dogs. That's how women think. They can't let go of the past. First of all, even though you were abused as a child, you have sexual needs and you need a man to fulfill that sexual need. And it's not your husband that abused you, it was your brother, your father, or your uncle, or your stepfather. It has nothing to do with your husband, so don't take it out on your husband. You need to learn to move on in life and stop living in the past. People who can't let go of the past, they carry with them a lot of baggage. And when you have a lot of baggage, you are nothing but an emotional wreck. You are damaged goods. An emotional wreck. Damaged goods. Come to me and I'll give you a counseling for you to give up the past. Come to me and I'll give you a counseling to let go of the past. Anyway, I'm taking 5 questions. Where are the others? When one partner is suffering from sign of separation from husband and displays all of tainted love and worse, what can the solution for this person be? When one partner is suffering from sign of separation from husband. Or what you mean is that the husband shuns your affection and your emotions. If you are living with a person and you call them to bed and they keep finding excuses, it means they're having an affair. The love is no longer pure. It's tainted because they are seeing somebody on the side. What tainted the love? The affair tainted the love. The affair contaminated the love and contaminated your marriage. It's very easy to know when your partner is not faithful because they no longer show any interest in the bedroom. When you call your wife to bed, she should come to you. No, Shaykh, he meant if the love has become tainted, what is the solution? I know what he meant. I'm telling him what tainted the love. The affair tainted the love. Your partner is showing affection to somebody else. That's why they are no longer interested in you. The solution is that you need counseling. The solution to this is that you need counseling because Allah said bring a judge from his side and a judge from her side to sort out the marriage. So counseling is the way forward for this because your marriage has hit the rocks. And to save the marriage, you need counseling. And black magic, it can be black magic as well. Allah said in Baqarah 102, what did Allah say in Baqarah 102? يُفَرِّقُونَ بِهِ بَيْنَ الْمَرْءِ وَزَوْجِهِ. They use their black magic to break up man from what? Baqarah 102. This is a very, very long ayah. I only want the piece that I'm talking. They use their black magic to break up man from what? So in that case, you need Ruqya to be recited over to break the magical spell that somebody put on your marriage. Maybe you're married to a pretty woman and she looks ugly. Why? Because of black magic. Maybe your husband is handsome, he looks ugly. Why? Because of black magic. And you start to resent each other. Black magic, the scholars use this to say magic is a reality, not a fantasy. It's Abu Hanifa who said magic is a fantasy. Abu Hanifa. The other Imams, the other three Imams, Malik, Shafi, and Ahmed, said magic is a reality, not a fantasy, because of Baqarah 102. They use their black magic to break up man from wife. It's only Abu Hanifa who said magic is just a fantasy, it's not a reality. They use their black magic to break up man from wife. So if you suspect black magic in your marriage, you start to resent each other. The love is tainted. You no longer show interest. You need someone to recite over you to break the magical spell that somebody cast on your marriage. I'm taking 5 questions. Where are the... If you feel the love is gone, what should one do if the mate feels everything is as long as these things are not addressed? If you feel the love is gone, what should one do if the mate feels everything is as long as these things are not addressed? I don't understand the question. For me, what the person means. I don't understand the question. If you feel the love is gone, what should one do if the mate feels everything is okay as long as these things are not addressed? The reason why the love is gone is because it wasn't nurtured to begin with. These things that I told you about, how to nurture the love, to make the person feel special, to pay the person compliments, to be patient with the person, to be loyal to the person. These are how you nurture love. None of these things were done. It's possible for the love to come back if you make amends and change your ways. It's possible for the love to come back if you make amends and change your ways and apologize for your past behavior. Then you can win back the trust of your partner. But if you don't make amends and change your ways and you continue with your evil way, the love will die. Did you understand the principles of love I gave you just now? Didn't I give you 7 principles of love? One of them is that only Allah can put love in your heart. Only Allah can put love, and money can't buy true love. What is one of the 7 principles of love? Love can die the way a plant can die if the love is not nurtured. I'm sure I gave you the 7 principles of love, and I told you the love can die if it's not nurtured, because you need to nurture the love the way you nurture a plant. Without watering the plant and giving the plant compost and fertilizer, manure, and so on and so forth, for the plant to flourish, the plant will die because you ignored the plant. Love needs to be nurtured. If not, it will die. This is why divorce is rife in the Muslim community. Because a lot of these Muslims, they have psychological problems and emotional problems. Some of them are from broken homes. Some of them were not shown any love by their parents. So they don't know what love is. So they got married and they are damaged goods. So they don't know how to nurture the love, how to look after a husband, how to look after their wives. So the love has died. Because one of the 7 principles of love is that love has to be nurtured the way you nurture a plant. I'm taking 5 questions. Where are the others? My question is, what is the difference between Dar al-Kufr and Dar al-Harb? Are they the same? No, they are not the same. There are 3 Dars. Dar al-Kufr, Dar al-Islam, Dar al-Harb. Dar al-Kufr is a land of the Kuffar, but they are not attacking Muslims. They have good relationship with the Muslims. That's called Dar al-Kufr. Like Venezuela, Jamaica, Mexico, South America, all the South American countries are called Dar al-Kufr. There are 3 Dars. Okay, spell Dars the way I spell it so that people don't think it's Dars. There are 3 Dars. Dar al-Kufr, a land of the Kuffar, but they are not attacking Islam and Muslims. Like Venezuela, Brazil, Jamaica, Argentina. Then you have Dar al-Harb, a land where they lock up innocent Muslims or they kill Muslims at home or abroad. Dar al-Harb, they either lock up innocent Muslims or they kill innocent Muslims at home or abroad. Any country whose hands are stained with Muslim blood is called Dar al-Harb. And the third is Dar al-Islam, a land where there is Sharia and the lives and properties of the Muslims are protected and safeguarded. There are 3 Dars. Dar al-Kufr is not Dar al-Harb. Dar al-Harb, they fight and kill Muslims or they lock up innocent Muslims. So they don't have to kill Muslims to be Dar al-Harb. If they lock up innocent Muslims, they are Dar al-Harb. Why? Because oppression is worse than slaughter, Allah said. Allah said in Baqarah 191, oppression is worse than slaughter. So they don't have to kill Muslims to be Dar al-Harb. Just to lock up innocent Muslims, they become Dar al-Harb. There are 3 Dars. Dar al-Kufr, Dar al-Islam, and Dar al-Harb. Dar al-Kufr is not Dar al-Harb. The worst is Dar al-Harb because they kill Muslims or lock up innocent Muslims. I've answered all 5 questions. I think I've answered all 5 questions. I close the doors. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. I'd like to thank Authentic Tawhid 10 for the notes, and I'd like to thank Authentic Tawhid 5 for bringing the Hadith Hujjah and the Fatawa. I'd like to thank Authentic Tawhid 38 for helping with the question and answer session. I'd like to thank Authentic Tawhid 12 for soliciting donations towards our dawah effort. Inshallah ta'ala, I'll prepare a new topic for tomorrow. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.